African foreign exchange reserves are a source of economic prestige to many of its countries. Countries with good foreign exchange reserves tend to attract foreign trade and investment opportunities. Foreign exchange reserves, also known as Forex reserves, are often only foreign currency deposits held by national central banks and monetary authorities. They include gold reserves, international monetary fund positions, and special drawing rights. According to a report published by Statista in August this year, the total foreign exchange reserve of Africa is estimated at about $500 billion. The deposits made at central banks or to other monetary authorities are kept in different currencies, such as the United States dollar, the Japanese yen, the Chinese yuan, the Swiss franc, the pound sterling, and others. At the moment when the country's currency is about to be devalued, its foreign exchange reserves serve as a backup to prevent fiscal problems. In this video, you will get to discover the 10 African countries with the largest Forex reserves this year. Let's get started. 10. Tunisia, $8 billion. Tunisia's foreign exchange reserves have been fluctuating substantially recently. On November 2021, it was estimated at about $7.5 billion before reaching $8 billion this year. The country's total Forex reserves also include gold and other precious metals. Tourism revenues in Tunisia since the start of this year have increased by 48%, according to Reuters. During this period last year, income from this sector stood at 30%. Tunisia, which is experiencing a severe financial crisis, is hoping that remittances from workers abroad and the vital tourism sector will help prevent a collapse in public finance. 9. Ghana, $9.7 billion. In Ghana, Forex reserves are the foreign assets held or controlled by the country's central bank. The foreign reserve of the country also consists of gold and other special currencies. Ghana has special drawing rights and marketable securities denominated in foreign currencies. They include treasury bills, government bonds, corporate bonds, equities, and foreign currency loans, which make a total of $9.7 billion in its foreign currency reserve. You're still watching because you find this video interesting. Let us know by liking it, sharing it with your network, subscribing to our channel, and turning on notifications to get alerts when we upload another interesting video like this one. Let's continue. 8. The Democratic Republic of Congo, $11.1 billion. The Democratic Republic of Congo's economy is handled by monetary stakeholders, including its central bank, which is responsible for regulating foreign trade and payments both at local and international levels. Exporters from the DRC are usually compelled to complete a Forex declaration specifying the type of merchandise to be exported, its price, and the currency in which payment is to be received. 7. Kenya, $12.6 billion. According to a recent publication by Bloomberg, the government of Kenya is currently contemplating a drop in the country's foreign exchange by at least 7% of the amount, which has just been mentioned. However, Kenya is still amongst the 10 African countries with the largest foreign exchange reserves this year. Kenya has gold reserves just like the other countries. Within its financial markets role, the Central Bank of Kenya implements monetary policy decisions and manages the country's foreign exchange reserves and the domestic debt of the government. Anyone who wishes to purchase a treasury bond in Kenya must have a minimum of 50,000 Kenya shillings before the transaction. All these policies and measures taken by the authorities of Kenya make their foreign exchange reserve a big one in the continent. 6. Angola, $14.7 billion. Angola's net foreign exchange reserves reached a balance of $14.7 billion in September this year, according to Trading Economics statistics. The president pointed out a month ago that international reserves in Angola have stabilized an average of 9 months of coverage of imports of goods and services over the last 5 years. Angola expects to end the year 2022 with a positive current account balance, which should reach around 14% of the gross domestic product. 5. Egypt, $33.3 billion. A lot of investments have been done in Egypt over the years, and her foreign exchange reserves have also risen as a consequence of a massive influx of other currencies. Foreign currencies in the country's foreign reserves include the United States dollar, euro, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and Chinese yuan. In the latest reports of some of our sources, Egyptian foreign exchange reserves equaled 3.4 months of imports on June 2022. The main function of the foreign exchange reserve of Egypt, including its gold and various international currencies, is to provide commodities, repay installments on interest rates of external debts, and cope with an economic crisis. 4. Nigeria, $43.5 billion. This amount of total foreign exchange reserve held in Nigeria's central bank is used to back liabilities and influence the country's monetary policy. It includes banknotes, deposits, bonds, treasury bills, and other foreign government securities. The evolution of the foreign exchange market in Nigeria has been influenced by a number of factors, such as the changing pattern of international trade, institutional changes in the economy, and structural shifts in production. Although Nigeria's Forex market is facing demand pressure at the black market where trade is done unofficially, the deposits of investors still keep them on the list of countries with the highest foreign exchange reserves in Africa. 3. South Africa, $43.5 billion. South Africa's foreign exchange reserve is currently standing at an impressive $43.5 billion, according to the South African Reserve Bank. South Africa's foreign exchange reserves were measured at $45.7 billion earlier this year compared to the $43.5 billion it has currently. Similar fluctuations have been recorded in the previous years as well. The South African Reserve Bank not only acts as a banker to the government, but also administers exchange controls of the country. It also issues banknotes and coins and acts as a lender of last resort in exceptional circumstances. 2. Algeria, $60.9 billion. Algeria's foreign exchange market is a great tool for her emerging economy, just like for any other country in the continent. The increase in foreign exchange in Algeria over the years accelerated debt repayments. Reports have it that Algeria did not borrow significantly between the years 2000 and 2011. The increase in debt payments is in part a result of the country's improved finances, but also reflects a move towards more active liability management. The exchange rate between the United States dollar and the Algerian dinar is such that Algeria can benefit a reasonable percentage after transactions are made. Algerians are optimistic about this, and they believe that this increase will save protecting dealers from additional expenses incurred during the past years, which came as a result of high import bills. 1. Libya, $73.8 billion. With this amount present in its foreign exchange reserves, Libya stands as the African country with the largest foreign exchange reserves this year. A statement from the country's central bank at the start of this year added that oil revenues reached 103.4 billion dinars in 2021, representing 97.8% of the total income in that year. The Central Bank of Libya is the repository for the above-mentioned billions of dollars in foreign exchange reserves. It also manages gold records and is responsible for selecting suitable investments, taking into consideration developments in foreign exchange, currency, and capital markets to ensure safety and profitability. Those were the 10 African countries with the largest foreign exchange reserves in 2022. We hope you learned a lot from it, or you've added meaning to what you already know. The foreign exchange market is an element that has sustained many economies in Africa through various charges as well as investment activities. What can Africans do to boost their foreign exchange? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your loved ones. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.